Horror stories in the south of Chile. The ghost of the Bloody Bride.
Once upon a time, there was a mysterious place in southern Chile, the Grand Hotel Pucón. Built in 1932, this majestic building became the epicenter of tourism activity in the region. However, over the years, stories of lost souls and inexplicable events have woven a web of eerie legends surrounding the hotel. Among the multiple circulating tales, one, in particular, sends shivers down the visitors' spines. It is said that on one occasion, preparations for a grand wedding were underway. A powerful local landowner would marry his bride, promising to make it the most remarkable event in the area. But happiness and celebration turned into indescribable horror. Suddenly, the lifeless body of the bride was discovered in a hotel room, hanging from the ceiling, suspended by two ties belonging to the groom. Desperation and chaos engulfed the place. Everyone tried to save her, but there was no option, the bride was dead. Her wedding dress was stained with blood streaming from her eyes and nose, a macabre sight that would haunt the nightmares of those who witnessed the tragic scene. The story becomes even more sinister and heartbreaking. The tragedy surrounding the bride's death takes on an even gloomier hue when, the true meaning behind her blood-stained wedding dress, is revealed. As the story unfolds, the dark secret behind this horrendous event is uncovered. It is revealed that the bride had discovered her groom in an intimate situation with a lover. Betrayal and rage consumed her, leading her to make a drastic decision that left an eternal mark on the Grand Hotel. They say that consumed by a mixture of despair and sorrow, the bride decided to take her wedding dress with her in her final desperate act. By wearing the attire symbolizing happiness and love shared with her groom, she left a marked imprint of defiance and hopelessness in her last moments. It was a gruesome and tragic statement, a visual testimony of her emotional torment and the betrayal she had experienced. News of the shocking death of the bride quickly spread throughout the Grand Hotel, leaving a trail of guilt and torment in the hearts of the groom and his lover. The groom, tormented by guilt and remorse, found himself condemned to bear the weight of his decision to betray the love and trust of his bride. The lover, on the other hand, was plagued by incessant guilt and a constant shadow of remorse that darkened the rest of her days. Since then, sightings of the ghostly bride have been reported in the hotel's event halls. Visitors have recounted strange noises and inexplicable presences. Does the tormented soul of the bride still seek revenge? What hidden events may have taken place in those same rooms throughout the years? Who else could have witnessed the dark secrets that lie within the corridors of the Grand Hotel? As the sun sets and darkness takes hold of the place, the whispers of history and the echoes of the past seem to come to life. Hotel guests wonder if they are alone in their rooms, if they will witness any paranormal phenomena, or if a mysterious shadow will glide through the corridors in search of answers or vengeance. In the Grand Hotel, every corner, every hallway, and every room harbors the secrets and tragedies of those who once inhabited this place. The lingering question remains. Would you dare to spend a night in the hotel and discover what else lurks in the shadows? The Grand Hotel, once filled with laughter and joy, became a place where whispers of the past and the lamentations of lost souls seemed to resonate in every corner. Guests who ventured to spend a night in its shadowy rooms encountered a dense and oppressive atmosphere, feeling the unsettling presence of the bride, who had lost all hope, her spirit wandering in search of redemption or revenge. The hotel corridors seemed to shudder with each step, as guests wondered if the shadows gliding along the walls were a product of their imagination or the unsettling presence of the bride looking for revenge. Strange noises and inexplicable thumps created a sense of terror that rooted itself in the hearts of those who dared to explore the dark corners of the hotel. The tragedy of the Grand Hotel became a haunting legend that transcended time, reminding us that the darkest secrets and deepest wounds can endure beyond death itself. To this day, the Grand Hotel remains a place of mystery and fascination, an invitation for those brave enough to venture into a world of terror and suspense. Would you dare to spend a night in that room and confront the eternal shadow of the bride? Could you bear the weight of guilt and remorse that still permeates the hotel's corridors? Only those willing to face their own fears and confront the darkest secrets can unveil the truth behind the lost souls of the Grand Hotel.
Support me, give me like and subscribe, thanks. Now we will hear a testimony.
Una vez se estaban casando acá y la novia encontró a su marido con otra mujer el día de su boda. Y fue tanto que se ahorcó en una de las habitaciones por acá. Y su deambula por allá abajo por los plenarios, supuestamente lo han visto los guardias.
¿Y cuáles son los plenarios?
Abajo donde hacen los shows y cosas así.